Dial H for Hero issue 7. Sam Humphries writing with Joe Quinones on the art. And
Actually, there's like 5 artists.
yeah,
on this
I saw there was like that's a lot. That's too many artists. If there's more than a couple, I'm not writing them all down.
All right, Joe Quinones and others.
And others, yes. Um, this issue kind of sucked, and it hurts because this book's been really good. And it's funny, Matt, because you did issue 7 of Wonder Twins like last week,
Yeah.
and you said it felt like it was meant to be 6 issues, and issue 7 felt like it was kind of spinning its wheels as the writer tried to okay, what's the next story going to
justify
be?
the next arc.
Yeah. This issue is complete filler that has no at least, I mean, maybe some stuff will come back up, but it has no consequence. Like, Miguel appears once in the last page as a like, hey, this is where we are, remember? Like, this issue is, do you remember how the entire city of Metropolis, like, everyone used the dial, so there was like hundreds of these like superheroes running around for an hour? This is just a series of 2 or 3 page little stories set in that hour of different random superheroes with very little to connect them, very little to make them notable or relevant. This felt like a complete filler waste of time.
It did. No, I agree. I mean, it's enjoyable enough. None of the stories aren't bad. They're just the whole time you're going, is this it?
Yeah, because I think after there was a second one, the row went, this is going to be the whole issue. There's not going to be any actual story in this. It's just going to be 5 of these.
I'm not losing hope for the book. I still think, okay, the filler, the filler issue where, okay, the next arc will probably still be good. We get Quinones back on it full time. This felt like, okay, he needs a break, so he can do a couple of pages, and that's about it.
Yeah, because the last issue was great. The last issue was this emotional, like, final culmination of that first arc, and we really praised it. And then this issue was just, we have nothing to do, so here's filler.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yeah, and I felt it the entire time. Yeah, there was almost nothing to say. Unless we go through it and just tell them what the various heroes were.
Is that even interesting?
I don't think it is.
There's some nice the first page you've got the Turtles reference, and there's the Transformers one.
Yeah, it's like it's like Splinter with Shredder's hat, but he's green. So yeah, they're definitely going for a Turtles like sort of mashup. And there's a Transformer, and then we have I Am Surprise, as in Sir Space Prize.
Yeah.
And
who's this dude who was out for a run and feeling like he wasn't really good enough for his new boyfriend. He wasn't sure it was going that well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he was like, trying to get more in shape. And then he becomes this surprise, and he's a hero, peak human embodiment, all that. So he goes back home to see his boyfriend, who's also transformed and is shacking up with some other dude because that's what his hero character is.
Yeah,
a cheater.
He's a cheater.
That sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Wasn't it?
And then what was the second one? The second one was I like the art in the second one a lot.
Yeah, me too.
For Phantasma, this woman named Tara who's in hospital and is sick and is complaining about health insurance, and then dials the H, and she's got this kind of cool red and black design with like hair. It's kind of almost like if the girl from The Grudge was also happened to be like a hero.
Yeah. But she uses the hair like a cape at points.
Yeah.
Visually at least, not like to glide. I mean, kind of looks like that at points.
And then there's Lucy the Monster Hunter.
Yep.
Yeah. He goes after
her aunt because she wants revenge.
Yeah.
Something.
Then we meet Guardian Angel and the little detective, which is
I enjoyed this one well enough. The futuristic detective Flamingo.
Yeah, this is the last one because she's trying to prove that this Guardian Angel is a fraud. She's too perfect. She's too innocent and has no like flaws. This is weird.
And she never says anything, and we saw her right back at the start of the first story.
But the twist here is she's in the background of the last story before this as well. At one point.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She is. Yeah.
But the twist is here when everyone turns back at the end, it turns out this Guardian Angel is actually a dog who dialed H for hero with her nose, and that's why she's so pure and innocent. Is because it's actually just a dog trying to help people.
Yeah, that's right. Dogs
So
are great.
it's a cute little twist, and it's just one page of like Reed just being like, "My legacy also created the monster, Mr. Thunderbolt, and I'm going to have to reveal our past." And then it's like, next time, the secret origin of Mr. Thunderbolt,
which feels like it has a purpose.
Yes.
Right? For the rest of the book. Like, oh, the secret origin of Mr. Thunderbolt, your villain, sure, that I'm down for.
Yep.
So I'm not worried about the rest of the book. Weirdly, even though this issue did feel like, well, we only had 6 issues. Quick, knock something together.
Yeah, that's felt like fluff. A month off would have been better. I'd have rather than taking a month off.
I agree.
So I can't be that. But even though the art is generally pretty good.
It is. There's nothing wrong with the art or individually any of the stories. They just have very little purpose. And it is just to give Quinones the issue off, basically, because he's only there for 1 or 2 pages at the start, in the end, I think. So, he doesn't have much to do, so he can basically take a month off and get ready for the next arc, which is fine. He might even have the next issue off with it being Thunderbolt. Just to be, give him a couple of months.
Yeah, they could justify that as being like someone else's story set, in the past. Yeah, give him something else. Yeah, what are you rating it?
I give it like a 5.
Yeah, I have to say this felt like fluff.
It's not bad. It's just not interesting.
Well, I'd say it's bad in the sense that there's no real story to the book. It's just a series of little
little vignettes.
Yeah. And it's not my favorite style of comic book writing, and it's especially not when I've got 9 books this week, and this is a book I typically enjoy, and I get to this near the end of the list, and I'm like, I could have just not read it. I could have skipped this issue and not feel like I missed a thing.
Yeah, pretty much.